Hi, in this tutorial, we're going to be covering dividing polynomials. So in this tutorial, you'll learn how to use the quotient rule for exponents, how to use the zero-exponent rule, how to use the quotients-to powers rule, how to divide monomials, how to check the polynomial division, and how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. So here's how to divide polynomials using the quotient rule. When dividing exponential expressions with the same non-zero base, you're going to subtract the exponent in the denominator from the exponent in the numerator. Then you're going to use this difference as the exponent of the common base. So here's an example of dividing polynomials using the quotient rule. So if you have b to the m divided by b to the n, all that means is b to the m minus n. So let's do an example. Let's divide using the quotient rule x to the 12th power divided by x to the 4th power. So x to the 12th power divided by x to the 4th power means x to the 12 minus 4 power, or x to the 8th power. So the zero-exponent rule has the form of b to the 0 power equals 1. So if b is any real number other than 0, then b raised to the 0 power is 1. So let's do an example. Here we have negative 3 raised to the 0 power, which is 1. Now here we have negative 3 to the 0 power. So what this is saying is negative 3 to the 0 power. So 3 to the 0 power is 1. So our answer is negative 1. So here's how to divide polynomials using the quotient-to powers rule. When a quotient is raised to a power, what you're going to do is raise the numerator to the power, raise the denominator to the power, and then divide the numerator by the denominator. So here's an example of the quotient-to powers rule. So if we have a over b raised to the nth power, what that means is a to the nth power over b to the nth power. So let's do an example. Let's simplify this expression using the quotient-to powers rule. So here we have y squared divided by 4 cubed. So what this is saying is y squared cubed over 4 cubed. So now we have y to the 6th power over 4 cubed. So that's our answer. So here's how to divide monomials. You're going to divide the coefficients, you're going to divide the variables, you're going to use the quotient rule for exponents to divide the variables, you're going to then keep the variable, and then you're going to subtract the exponents. So let's do an example. Let's divide negative 40 x to the 40th power divided by 20 x to the 20th power. So we're going to use the quotient rule to separate them. So we have negative 40 divided by 20. We're going to keep the variable x, then we're going to subtract the variable 40 minus 20. So 40 divided by 20 is negative 2. And then we have x raised 40 minus 20 is to the 20th power. So that's our answer. So here's how to divide a polynomial that is not a polynomial by a monomial. You're going to divide each term of the polynomial by the monomial. So let's do an example. So let's find the quotient 8 x to the 6th power minus 4x cubed plus 10x divided by 2x. So all you're going to do is rewrite this as 8x divided by 2x minus 4x cubed divided by 2x plus 10x over 2x. So here 8 divided by 2 is 4. 6 minus 1 is 5. So we have 4x to the 5th power minus 4 divided by 2 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, so we have 2x squared. And then we have 10 divided by 2 is 5. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have 5. So that's our answer. Oh wait, we can simplify it. Yeah, that's our answer. So in this tutorial, you learned how to use the quotient rule for exponents, how to use the zero-exponent rule, how to use the quotients-to powers rule, how to divide monomials, how to check the polynomial division, and how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. Now try and solve the problems in the Dividing Polynomials workbook. For more help, sign up for online tutoring. And in the next tutorial, we're going to cover dividing polynomials by binomials.